I've been reading a lot about the favorite adult beverages of famous New Yorkers like Theodore Roosevelt and Fiorello Laguardia, and their beverages were pretty crazy. So I wanted to try them, and I don't really like drinking alone, so I invited my friend Lauren over. Lauren is a self-proclaimed professional adult beverage drinker.
Professional is like a little bit of an overstatement. I just enjoy a glass or two on a Friday night or 3.
We're both pretty good at it.
Yeah.
Neither one of us are professional bartenders.
Although I have bartended at some catering events. Very good at pouring the wine.
So I'm sure that you will all be able to critique our drink making techniques. That's okay. If this goes well, it might become a series. So comment below and make sure that you hit subscribe, and let's start drinking.
Finally. So what's our first drink?
Near beer. Ta-da!
Near beer? As in like no alcohol?
No alcohol, that's right.
All right, I'll see you later.
No. This is actually really cool. June 19th, 1926. Former Mayor Fiorello Laguardia of New York.
Like the airport.
Like the airport. So he was trying to protest prohibition. He was not a fan of prohibition.
Sounds like my kind of guy.
Yeah, he's a pretty cool dude. He put on a very public display about how stupid prohibition was. So he invited 20 journalists to his Washington office, and he put on this huge show where he took near beer, which you could easily get in the grocery store. I'm gonna be really bad at opening this. It's gonna be awesome.
That was okay. I give it a 7.5.
So he poured near beer into a glass.
Do I want to do mine, or are you gonna pour it? Oh, thanks. I don't want to overdo it on a non-alcoholic beer.
It's not very equitable. So maybe
Well,
we'll
it
make
might
it.
be like a good experiment to see how much fermentation you need. You know,
Oh, that's
true.
true.
Do we need a little bit of near beer and a little bit of...
Okay, so we have our near beer. So glasses of near beer. Mine has more near beer. Hers has less. Then Fiorello Laguardia took malt extract, which I did not know what this was. I did not know that it could be procured today. It was apparently really easily procurable during Prohibition. And we went to the grocery store and they just had like
boxes of this. This stuff is flying off the shelves, apparently.
So, yeah, we have malt extract, and he mixed malt extract with the near beer.
Yeah,
oh,
that was good.
most...
10 out of 10.
And one of the things is we don't actually know what the percentages were. Like, we don't know how much malt extract he put with the near beer, so
I'm very skeptical of this. Put a little more in there. Yeah.
And I have no idea what this is going to taste like. I'm very excited to try it. But the story is that when Fiorello Laguardia did this, he gave the drink a little bit of time to ferment and then declared that he had made 2% beer.
Sounds like a Budweiser
oh.
factory.
Wait, you know what might help?
What?
If we get a spoon. Oh, it's magic.
This one.
Okay. So, stirring.
Such
You're the
service.
professional. Like,
Medium stirring. It's a loose term.
Yeah, so he declared that with this, he made 2% alcoholic beer with items that could be easily procured during Prohibition. I do not know how much time he gave it to ferment. I could not find any documentation of this. I do not know if we now magically have 2% beer or not.
I mean, 2% is nothing to write home about.
But I'm excited to see what it tastes like, so...
Do we do like the... Does that do anything for beer, or is that just wine?
I'm not sure. I'm not usually a beer drinker. I'm usually a champagne drinker. But yeah, it smells like beer.
Yeah.
Very yeasty beer.
I don't know what malt tastes like, so this is
gonna
going to be
find out,
interesting.
so cheers.
All right, ready?
Here we go. Oh, I actually like it.
I don't hate that. It's pretty... That's actually tasty. I mean, I guess we would have to drink a lot more to see if it does anything. I mean, besides pure enjoyment.
It kind of tastes like beer mixed with molasses,
Yeah.
which makes
I gotta take
sense
another taste.
because I didn't actually think we'd be able to get this, and it said that molasses was a substitute in baking for malt extract.
Yeah, it doesn't really taste that much. It's got a little twist to it. It's like just like a Miller Lite with a twist, except it's Heineken.
Yeah. So, cheers to Fiorello LaGuardia.
Yeah, I love your airport, man.
And protesting prohibition.
Yeah, airports and prohibition.
Yeah. So, on to the next drink.
All right, let's do it. Should we finish this one?
Yeah, why not?
Well, this is an interesting assortment of ingredients.
It is. We have milk, we have scotch, we have nutmeg, we have simple syrup. So these are the ingredients to make the favorite drink of civil rights activist Adam Clayton Powell. If you don't know who Adam Clayton Powell is, watch the video linked above.
You know, I used to live on his street,
Ah.
or his boulevard.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of people in Harlem live really close to Adam Clayton Powell Boulevard,
It's a nice street.
and they don't know who that was. And I think
I could be educated.
So make sure you watch that video because he was a really cool guy, but he drank a really weird drink. His favorite drink was scotch and milk, which to me sounds disgusting.
I think it sounds pretty bone healthy. Get a little dose of calcium in your diet. Adam Clayton Powell, he's your guy.
Well, he claimed that the milk helped his ulcers and the scotch helped his nerves. So
What did the heavy cream do?
gave him joy, I guess.
I guess.
So yeah, I found this recipe for milk and scotch. I guess they called it a whiskey punch. And we're going to attempt to make it to see if it is as gross as it sounds. And this is where you are going to see my amazing bartending skills. So
I believe in you.
first thing that we are doing 2 parts scotch. So got high-end scotch.
Measuring and everything. This is professional.
I know. All right.
I know a few catering companies that are hiring.
2. Okay, so we got our 2 parts scotch there. Put this down so it doesn't I've reappeared. Now we have 1 part simple syrup. I could not find simple syrup in the grocery store, so I made my own, which is 2 parts sugar to 1 part water.
Okay. That sounds delicious.
As much as we can get out. Then we have 4 parts cream.
That's a lot of cream.
This
It's like a whole cow.
This is a lot of cream. So yeah, we have 4 parts heavy
You
cream.
wanted a lot of joy in this drink.
It's very healthy. I can see that nutrition was really one of his top priorities based on this drink.
Let's get this trash out of the way.
Yeah, good idea. And then do you want to put the cream down there as well? Okay. And then we have 4 parts 2% milk. And the recipe very specifically called for 2% milk. And I wanted to do this as accurately as possible so that I get the full Adam Clayton Powell Jr. experience.
Just wonder why it's 2% milk and heavy cream. Why they didn't just go for like all parts whole milk and just like even it out.
The alchemy of bartending is a mystery to me. I am so thankful.
It's like you're becoming a wizard.
No. I am so thankful for bartenders who are far more skilled and trained than myself. So then you're supposed to shake it up.
What's this?
That's going
Oh,
to be
nutmeg.
a garnish on top of the drink. I don't know if you're supposed to like do angles or not.
I think it's more about the look.
If I was cooler, I could do fun tricks. And then you're supposed to pour it over ice. So we're going to pour you some over ice. Pour me some.
Smells
over ice.
interesting.
Oh my goodness. It makes a lot, this recipe.
I'm not going to be able to drink this without the nutmeg though, because it looks a little a little bland.
Yeah. So there's actually, like, this recipe has so much. There's still actually a decent amount left in there. And then you are supposed to top it off with a little nutmeg. My nutmeg doesn't have like a little shaker because I'm classy like that. This is why I go out to eat.
It's a little clumpy.
I'll pinch it on mine. I didn't want to touch yours. If you want to pinch
Sure,
yours.
I'll get involved.
Okay.
I just like feel like I'm gonna need a lot of that.
Yeah.
That looks good. Like this looks like something you could buy.
It looks really
When
pretty,
you did buy
actually.
it,
I guess I can't like really show the top of it, but it looks really pretty.
Should we smell it first?
It smells like milk.
I got a whiff of that. Was it whiskey or scotch or whatever you put in there?
Scotch whiskey.
Okay.
All right. Cheers to Adam Clayton Powell.
Adam. All right. I'm getting like a paint smell, like a taste of paint.
It does kind of taste like paint.
Like those paints you use in grade school. Like it's giving me like first grade paint.
I actually had high hopes for this because I thought anything that is 4 parts heavy
Where's the
cream.
nutmeg?
Anything that is 4 parts heavy cream was going to be good. And I had read that it was a really good Christmas beverage, but
All right. Yeah, it does look very Christmassy. I feel like I am hanging out with some reindeer. Hold on. All right. I'm adding a little more. I made a mess here, but
yeah, I'm not sure that I will be revisiting this drink.
it tastes a little bit better with nutmeg. I'm just gonna finish it. No, I'm not.
All right, Adam Clayton Powell Jr., we love what you did for the civil rights movement. I'm not so keen on your favorite drink.
You know what though? If it was healthy for your bones, go for it.
There we go. So we are going to move on to our final beverage.
So this looks like a more standard collection of ingredients.
It is. Right now we are going to make one of my favorite former presidents of the United States' favorite drink. That's Teddy Roosevelt.
Oh, the Rough Rider.
The Rough Rider. Teddy Roosevelt, he was a teetotaler, and he liked people to believe that he never drank. However, he did drink. He drank mint juleps. And he actually used mint from the White House. The White House, I guess, had a bed of mint.
This is from the White House.
It's actually from the grocery store across the street.
We weren't even 100% sure if it was mint,
but it is. It is. It is indeed mint. Now, when I was looking up recipes for mint juleps, you are literally going to watch my first attempt ever at making a mint julep. Most of them were made with bourbon, but it turns out that Theodore Roosevelt had a very specific recipe that he enjoyed for mint juleps that used rye whiskey, so we have some Maker's Mark, and brandy. So apparently the first step is to take some sprigs of mint. I have thoroughly washed the mint.
Can I get some of that?
Yes.
It's a very specific recipe for someone that doesn't drink.
I washed the mint so well, but I didn't dry it, so it's now like spewing me in the face with mint.
It's very minty.
And then we're supposed to add some sugar. So I have some sugar and some sugar.
Yeah, don't skimp.
And some water, which I am pouring out of a sake glass.
Water.
Because I am classy like that. And then we have to muddle it into a paste.
That sounds like it's gonna take forever. Do you have another muddling stick?
I should have gotten 2 muddling sticks. Maybe we can get a second muddling stick with magic. It's magic!
You are a wizard.
So yes, we're supposed to muddle this until it resembles a paste.
This is the most fun I've had all day.
And to be honest, I don't know when we know if it's a paste.
What is it?
Or not.
Yeah, it still looks like leaves.
It still looks like leaves, but I feel like this is when our lack of bartending skills comes into play. Okay, mine I think is probably getting
Let's see what
there.
you got. That's some good muddling.
Got some good muddling going on. So after that begins to resemble a paste, we're going to put a little bit of ice.
Mine doesn't really look like a paste, does it? Can you muddle mine?
I'm going to do a little muddling. Okay.
Okay.
Now we're going to add a little bit of ice.
All right.
How do bartenders at home, like, they make this look so elegant?
You have to practice.
And I thought it was going to be elegant when I tried, and it's anything but elegant. Then we are going to put in 2 ounces of brandy.
I don't know if I've ever had brandy.
Oh, sorry, I totally lied. We're not putting in 2 ounces of brandy. We're putting in 1/4 of an ounce of brandy.
Okay, so I won't really get the full brandy experience.
I'm just kind of eyeballing this because
That's
it's
good.
not a
if,
true
if an
1/4
extra ounce
I have to,
finds its way in, I think we'll all be okay.
It is really nice brandy, so so we got some brandy there, and then we are supposed to put in 2 ounces of the whiskey.
All right, it's a lot of whiskey. It's actually like a huge cup.
These are not like approved mint julep cups.
This is like, if the bartender bought me this, I'd be like, give me my money back.
This is called What Megan Had in Her Kitchen, and I'm not a food blogger. Like, kudos to food bloggers and like their beautiful equipment that they have and their skill for keeping people occupied while they make these beverages.
Yeah. Do a little more muddling.
Give it a little more muddle. And we are going to see the drink that would sometimes lure Teddy Roosevelt out of his teetotalness. And yeah, a lot of people don't know Teddy Roosevelt was born in New York City, and you can actually visit his birthplace. Yeah,
I didn't know that.
part of the National Park Service.
All right.
Cheers.
Let's see how this is.
I like it.
Yeah. This wins. I can taste the sugar. I don't think I muddled really well because I got a leaf in my mouth. I think if you can like figure out the how to get the paste, I'm probably gonna finish this guy.
Teddy Roosevelt knew what he was doing.
Teddy.
To Teddy. Cheers again. So if you enjoyed this series, make sure that you comment below because we can find out some other crazy drinks and
Yeah.
try to make them,
I'll
and
be
you can
back.
see our
Yes.
very, like real world bartending hacks. But thank you so much for watching. Also, you can now tip me if you go, you'll see in the comments below. You can buy me a coffee. Truth is, no one
Or a
wants
drink.
or a drink. Say truth is, no one wants to see me on coffee. So you'll either be buying me a cocktail or a piece of cake from Make My Cake.
Why not both?
Or both. So make sure that you check that out and make sure that you hit subscribe so that you never miss a New York Minute.
Cheers.
Cheers.